Hi everyone, this is Michael with the general reading for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for October 2019. Hello and welcome, whether you are watching for yourself or cross-watching for another individual with these Scorpio placements. Happy birthday to those of you having a solar return this month. I hope you have an amazing birthday, an incredible year ahead of you. I know you have been going through a lot of transformation, so I'm really curious to see what is going to be coming up for you in this reading. I do just want to give a special thanks to all of you who have supported this channel with your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes, especially those of you who have been with me since the very beginning. We actually just broke 25,000 subscribers, which is incredible. I am going to be hosting a giveaway on my Instagram for a chance to win a free personal reading or Reiki session with me. So if you're interested in that and don't want to miss out on the giveaway, either this one or future giveaways, definitely follow and subscribe if you haven't done that already. I have all of my social media accounts in the description box down below, as well as links for personal readings, Reiki sessions, and donations for those who feel so called. I also like to start off each reading with an astrology report for those of you who are new to this channel. If you are not interested in the astrology report, I will invite you all to leave a comment down below with a timestamp for when the actual reading begins. But I do feel like the astrology in the tarot is very helpful, and it often complements the energy that comes up in this reading. So if you want to have a kind of a thorough understanding of what might be happening when, I would recommend listening to this segment of the video as well as checking out the astrology blog. I have the forecast in the description box down below, a link to that astrological forecast for October. And this is your month, Scorpio. You know, we are going in from Libra season into Scorpio season by the end of the month. We have a lot of planets moving through your sign right now, Venus, Mercury, and the Sun, of course. And as we have all of these, and Mars, all of these inner planets moving through your sign, we also have these sextiles, these complementary angles between Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn. And what's very interesting is that your ruling planet Pluto is actually going to be going direct on October 3rd, and there has been a lot of transformation, a lot of pressure that you have been feeling this year because you have your ruling planet in the sign of Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn, and that is all about restriction, lessons, learning, and Pluto is kind of like that energy on top of it. So there was a lot of really heavy energy for my Scorpios this year, and I feel like a lot of that has to do with where Pluto is currently transiting. Pluto was also retrograde since April, as well as Saturn, so there's just been a lot of lessons for the collective, but especially for you, my Scorpios. But we have a lot of beautiful things coming into fruition in your life with all of these planets running through your first house. We are still in your 12th house though, with everything going through Libra, so there is still quite a bit of tension for the first part of October, and maybe you are already feeling that in September as well, because with all of this stuff moving through Libra, it is actually squaring against your ruling planet Pluto and Saturn, both in Capricorn. So there was a lot of really uncomfortable energy for September. I do feel like October is going to be a much, I don't want to say lighter energy, but it's going to be much more constructive. After everything that has been revealed or exposed in Virgo with all of, in September with all of the stuff moving through Virgo, with all of the oppositions between the Virgo placements and Neptune in Pisces, there's a lot that had come to the surface, and now there is going to be a lot of conversation about what has happened, what has occurred. So do keep that in mind. And with all of this stuff happening in Capricorn, it's actually your third house, communication. You might be communicating a lot of truth, you might be speaking a lot of truth, or someone might be speaking a lot of truth to you. Communication is really going to be a big theme for you, Scorpio. So really interesting energy and very dynamic for sure. I do see a lot of transformations taking place. You know, there's been a lot of pressure, and now people are making these changes, and it's almost this sigh of relief. Pluto, even though it's technically considered a malefic planet and has the tendency to take away, to strip, to make you, to transform, to, you know, really reduce you to the core of who you are. If you pass the test of Pluto, you not only regain what it is that was taken away from you, oftentimes you will find that you get it back and then some, especially with all of these positive aspects happening between your sign, with all of these inner planets moving through Scorpio, and Pluto and Saturn. So really, really interesting. I'm very intrigued, Scorpio, to see what exactly is going to be happening for you this month. And finally, we have a new moon in your sign on the 28th, as well as Mercury going retrograde right on the 31st, right on Halloween, Samhain. Very scary, right? What this is really going to do, though, I actually get the sense that a lot of people are really going to be getting an increase in mediumship activity. They're going to be hearing spirit or communicating with spirit. They could just be getting signs and synchronicity. But really start paying attention to all of that. You are getting messages, you are being guided, and it could be spirit guides, it could be deceased loved ones. But I'm feeling like with the veil being so thin, there's going to be a lot of communication between ourselves and the spirit world. When Mercury, the planet of communication and ideas, has this inward focus, which is what happens for retrograde, there is this interconnectedness. And I feel like whenever we have Mercury going retrograde in a water sign, there is this increase in intuition, but it's not necessarily something that we can fully understand. It's not necessarily something that we can fully communicate yet. So keep all of that in mind. But I feel like there are going to be a lot of intuitive insights and increase in psychic ability for you, especially Scorpio. So that's really, really interesting. And of course, with the full moon on October 13th, that is going to be in Aries. It's a good time to let go of things that feel inauthentic to you, especially with your solar return right around the corner. It's a good time to kind of let go of things that are blocking you from taking action, from living your best life, from just being who you are in a very almost instinctual way with that Aries energy. So I think it's a really exciting and interesting month. I am going to start the reading. I feel like that's kind of, there's a lot to go over. Again, you can check out the Astrology blog in the description box down below. Before we actually begin, though, I would like to disclaim that this is a general reading, meaning not all of the messages that come forward are going to be meant for you specifically. It is up to your own intuition and discernment to figure out what applies to your own life and what should be left behind for someone else. If this video does not resonate, or you would like a more clear picture on what is coming in for you for October, you are welcome to check out your other placements, the other signs for the month. If you don't know what your moon, Venus, or rising sign are, I actually have a natal chart calculator in the description box down below for those of you who are interested in that. If you'd like messages tailored towards love and relationships, I do have the Heart of the Matter readings. All of those are in a playlist on my YouTube page as well, so you can peruse through those. They are timeless readings, even though they have a timestamp right now. But I do those mid-month as well, so you can take a peek at those. And with these readings, do keep in mind that the time is kind of fluid. It's not going to be the same rate for everybody. So just kind of see it as the way the energy is currently moving for everyone right now. Some of the energy may also come in reverse with third parties or other people in this reading. If you feel like the roles are switched, you are more than welcome to switch them to fit your situation. And that's especially true if you are cross-watching for a Scorpio for somebody else who's Scorpio. You may very well be the other person that is being mentioned here. And again, these are general, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And we are going to be looking at the energy coming into October 1st. These are themes you might have been learning about. Maybe things you have left behind. Usually it's September, the month before. But since it's your solar return, I actually do feel like this could extend throughout the whole year. really. You know, kind of reviewing the whole year, especially with Libra season. It is kind of reviewing everything, what has been lost, meditating, reflecting. What are the messages for Scorpio? So we have the Wheel of Fortune showing up in the day-to-day, your physical life, work, home. The Ace of Cups and the Sun of Cups showing up in emotions, relationships, love, the heart. And then the Father of Wands in the psyche, communication, your mind. Some of you could be dealing, or could have been dealing with, rather, a water sign or a fire sign, especially a Sagittarius. I could also see early Aquarius or early Aquarius or early Taurus with the Son of Cups and the Father of Wands. But overall, this is fire and water energy. And with the Wheel of Fortune, there's definitely been a lot of change, a lot of movement. I feel like for my Scorpios, it's kind of been almost a challenge to just hang on with all of the changes that have been going on in your life. I do feel like things have recently took a better spin, though. Things are starting to turn around for you, even though this year has been a bit challenging. I'm especially seeing that with Pluto going direct. I feel like that's going to be a big relief for all of you. I do see with the Ace of Cups and the Sun of Cups, there might actually be some new love that has come into your life. And that could be with a water sign, could also be with a fire sign, especially a Sagittarius. But I see whatever this connection is, you're becoming more open. There's been a lot of healing that's been taking place. A lot has changed, that's for sure. Things have not stayed the same. It's not this stagnant energy for my Scorpios. There's been a lot of change and a lot of pressure and a lot of moving around, and it's been challenging, I know. And with this Father of Wands, this could be your own energy. It could be someone you are speaking with, someone very entrepreneurial, very passionate. Whatever that's gone on, whatever cycle has been closing out with this Wheel of Fortune, I feel like emotionally you're in a new place now, coming into October, maybe even with some new love. And there's just this real sense of who you are, your power here. I'm actually curious about this Father of Wands. I'd like to clarify this Father of Wands energy. Show me clearly. The World. This is actually a card that was just popping up as well. Yeah, there's definitely been a completion of a cycle. Wow, Wheel of Fortune and the World. You've been closing out some things, tying up loose ends. I do feel like you're looking forward to the future. You're not as anxious about it as you've been. There's almost a sense of possibilities that weren't there before. Maybe that's what's been happening for you with this Wheel of Fortune in the past month. Some new opportunities are starting to reveal themselves. You're starting to catch wind of what might be possible for you or for someone else. Or perhaps the both of you together. I do feel like there's this sense of closure. And closure isn't always easy. But I do get the sense of healing with the Ace of Cups. And even the Son of Cups can sometimes indicate some healing going on as well. I'm curious to see what the animal wisdom is for my Scorpios. What is the animal wisdom for Scorpio coming into October 2019? Nightingale. Yeah, someone's really opening up and speaking their truth, speaking from the heart. For some of you, this could be through song or poetry, writing, creativity. I feel like Nightingale is a card that comes up for you a lot, Scorpio, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like this has almost come up in all of your readings, and that makes a lot of sense because Scorpio, they oscillate between being very intense and very emotional and then being very withdrawn and guarded. I do feel like there is this opening up, though, that's happening for you emotionally. And again, I'm seeing Sea Serpent at the bottom of the deck. It does feel like a cycle, between cycles, closing a cycle out. And a lot of emotional healing. And that doesn't always mean that it's easy. Healing can be quite painful, actually. It's not always a beautiful, easy process, but this does feel pretty positive, actually. It's like you've been doing the work that you've been needing to do. And if you don't know what that is about you opening up. That is about you being vulnerable. And being willing to get hurt. Risking that. And there's been a lot of changes that have happened to you. And it's been very challenging emotionally. But it does feel like that's finally closing out. What are the messages for Scorpio coming into October now, the start of October? What is being introduced this month? I'm going to keep shuffling and trust that if those were the cards that were meant to come out, they'll come out again. What is coming in for Scorpio for October 2019? What is coming in for Scorpio for October 2019? Show me clearly. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Wow. The Sun. Judgment. The Star. Really, really big energy. I did also have a couple of other cards fall out as well. The Daughter of Swords came out with the Eight of Cups. And the Lovers came out with the Four of Swords. You know, with the Sun, there's a lot of blessings. A lot of new beginnings here. Something very glorious and beautiful. And with this Judgment card, my God, there's a lot that's coming to the light of day, a lot that's being revealed. There's this higher calling that is reaching out to you, and you are taking it. Especially with the Star Call card. Star Call. You are being called. You're being pulled. You feel it. With every atom of your being, you know. I'm almost seeing like this ray of light that is actually lifting you up. You are taking on this destiny, this calling, whatever this situation is. Really big energy on the table too. Like, this isn't small energy. We have some pretty big major arcana here. Wow. For some of you, this could actually be involving someone from the past. I see that with the Four of Swords and the Lovers, as well as the Daughter of Swords and the Eight of Cups. This could be someone you have left behind or someone you have cut out. You might be getting intuitive downloads here, healing from this heartache. There could actually be a message for some of you. Some of you could be communicating. And I know a lot of people watch these readings and they're like, that person's not coming back, or there's no way that could happen, or something like that. But even if this person is just showing up in this reading, or showing up in your intuition, showing up in your energy, there's still a lesson there. There's something you're learning. There's a deeper healing or resolve that is happening for you. It's not literally going to be this person coming back, but this old energy is coming in for review, for healing. Although, to be honest, for some of you, I really do see a return, especially involving a Leo or an Aquarius. We have fixed energy with Judgment here. And the World. Could also be Gemini or an air sign, but wow. Wow. Big, big energy. Some of you are calling in a soulmate or a lover. You've been doing that, and I feel like it's coming in soon. You've had to move on from something quite painful. You have been going through a really big transformation, and if this is someone coming from the past, this is a person who's changed a lot, or you've changed a lot. I know you've changed a lot, but I feel like it's both of you. There's been a lot that has happened. Wow. Yeah, there's something really big happening for you all this month. And it's really important that you trust your intuition. Your intuition is really strong right now. There is something destined here for you, Scorpio. But you have to take it. It's not about waiting for it. You have to do your part. Wow. I'm sorry. This is just like a lot. I almost feel like this is kind of your energy at the start of October, just like, whoa. So we have the crocodile. There is taking rest. There is pause here after all of this change. And it's like waiting for this thing to come to you and then snatching it up. It's kind of crocodile energy. There's healing that's happening in a very, very profound way for you, Scorpio, in October. A lot of emotional healing, but I feel like it's going to be trickling into every avenue of your life. Your world is changing for the better. Wow. And you've become so wise. You have a lot of wisdom available to you. And I did tell you that you are going to need to act, but there is a timing component here. You have to wait for the right time. And use this time wisely to heal, to really rejuvenate yourself, replenish yourself on a soul, spiritual level. This is wild. This is really, really crazy. We're now going to be looking at where all of this is going, the trajectory of everything. This could be pertaining to the second half of October or beyond. Again, it's just a general sense of flow here. We're not going to get too hung up on time. Interesting. Show me clearly. What are the messages for Scorpio? A lot coming at you at once. Wow. Wow, okay. Nine of Wands and the Father of Pentacles showing up together. The Devil card. And the Six of Cups. You are going to need to take some time to heal because you are definitely feeling depleted. But you're almost reaching your goals. You've almost reached where you want to be. There's a lot of stability that you're coming into, and that could be involving someone else, especially an earth sign, so Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. I do see a lot of Capricorn energy with the Devil. Could also just be referring to the planets in Capricorn, your ruling planet Pluto and Saturn. However that manifests for you, there is a lot of stability and strength. Fortitude is a word that comes to mind. You are resisting this temptation. You have overcome the demons for you. Or that may be tested for some of you, but you're very strong. Even if you feel weak, you're very, very strong. And you're so close to what you want. And again, with Six of Cups, there is this healing that is going on, that is taking place. Something from the past. You are healing very old wounds and trauma. I want to clarify this Devil energy. What is this Devil energy about? Yes, the Four of Wands. Exactly. You're moving on to the next level. You know how you hold yourself back. You know how you've sabotaged. You know how you haven't lived in your alignment. You're doing your shadow work. And you have this last push that you need to do. You've seen the potential for yourself. You've felt it on a very visceral level. So whatever challenges lie ahead of you, you know you are almost finished. You know there is healing that is taking place here. And I even want to say that the healing that is happening for you is also happening for your ancestors, for your lineage, for your family, because anything that you heal in yourself heals your bloodline. And for some reason that's coming up very strongly for you right now. These patterns that you've learned, it could be due to your upbringing. This is a really powerful reading, Scorpio. Wow. I know some of you don't believe all of this. I'm having a hard time believing in it, honestly. But you've worked really hard to get where you are. And it's going to pay out. It's going to pay off. Everything you've had to leave behind, you're going to see why. I don't think with this person from the past, I don't think either of you were ready yet. I'm almost getting the sense that you are both going to be ready. And the animal wisdom you have is hummingbird, which is about tuning in to your spirit, this high vibration, finding your nectar, your mana, what can maintain your energy, your life force, going out into nature, creating, just being joyful. There hasn't been a lot of that for you. And it's really important that you start seeking that out, especially in October. My God. I really feel like this is one of the most incredible readings I have done for you, Scorpio. There's so much healing here. Whether that's inside of yourself or between you and another person, that's going to vary. But I feel like it's both. If you're feeling worn down and depleted, you need to be very wise about where you're getting your energy from. You need to return to these sources frequently. Really take the time to nourish your spirit. Even if it feels physically exhausting, I promise it will make you feel better. And really planting your roots deep here. Wow. Those are all the messages I am getting for you right now, Scorpio. I do hope that this was helpful. I hope this resonated. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what is happening for all of you. Again, I have links for personal readings and Reiki sessions and all of my social media, so you don't miss out on the giveaway. All of that is in the description box down below. And I'm just amazed. I hope this is a really incredible year for all of you. Happy birthday again. I will see you all in the next video. Take care, Scorpio.